Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefan, and in this video I want to show you how to play Burgmuller's Opus 100 number 15 Ballad. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. And thank you for my Patreons for supporting this channel. You can see their names on the screen now. Well, first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. This is the first video of the new year, and I thought it would be best to start off with one of the most popular books on this channel, which is the Burgmuller book. And I want to show you the difficulties and challenges faced in number 15. The Ballad is one of the most popular pieces from the book. It's been played at countless competitions and it's always part of board exam syllabuses. It's there everywhere. Everybody has heard it at some point and everybody has played it at one point or another. If you know nothing about the book, Burgmuller's Opus 100 is a great technical artistry book that goes from around grade 1 to grade 5, and the pieces include a few technical challenges, but they are beautiful, very expressive, so much more depth musically than, for example, in some of the easier Czerny exercises or Hanen. As you could hear, the Ballad is quite a fiery piece, but it's in a minor key, but there's a big change in the middle where we have not only a key change, but also a mood change. So the piece starts in C minor in 3/8 time, and it changes to C major in the middle section when it goes into a very bright sound and the hands swap. At the start, the right hand was playing the chords, the left hand was playing the melody. In the middle part, in the C major section, the left hand is going to play the chords and the right hand the melody, again to make sure that both hands are equally well trained in playing either part. And in the third section, it's basically the repetition of the first section with the ending, a tiny coda at the end. So I would say it's an ABA section. So although it looks quite long, it's not actually that much new music. So let's start with the first section. The right hand is going to play the chords. Automatically, we have to think that the right hand has to stay much quieter than the left hand, and we have to emphasize that left hand. So here are the right hand chords. We're going to start in the C minor position. And don't forget, in C minor, we've got 3 flats, E flat, A flat, and B flat. So the first chord is C minor, C, E flat, G, 1, 3, 5. And the most important thing about playing this chord is to get it very relaxed, to play it relaxed, not to develop tension in the hand, because the chord is going to be repeated many, many times. And what I see with many beginners, especially smaller children or people with smaller hands, is that the little finger doesn't go down. So the chord, instead of going like this, is going to sound like this, where the little finger is kind of hitting the note, but it doesn't quite go down, and it happens very often, so be very careful with that. All 3 notes have to strike the keys at the same time, not like this. So not arpeggiated, together. And we've got those small dots, so all of these chords are going to be staccato, and that's going to be kind of a forearm staccato, so the whole hand is going to bounce very lightly. Now let's play the right hand, so starting with C minor chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in the second bar of the second line, we have this very interesting sounding chord, the C, E flat, F sharp, and back to C minor. F sharp, C minor. And that's the only 2 chords that we have that keep alternating, so you need to watch out for the shape to know which chord is which, otherwise you might get lost in the abundance of chords. Now, needless to say, your fingers need to be curved and the hand nicely rounded, a flat, soft wrist. And if you notice at any point tension building up, please stop and correct it, because it's not going to end well. Now, it also says mysteriously and quietly. Now, obviously, it's difficult to play chords mysteriously, but if you just play it very quietly, almost like in a sinister way, and the left hand is really going to bring out that character. So the main thing to focus on in the right hand is accuracy and quietness. Now let's carry on from the third line where we get to that final C minor chord, and then it changes a little bit because the third beat is going to be a rest. So 1, 2, 2, 3, and then G, C, 1, 2, rest, G, B, 1, 2, rest, G, F, 1, 2, rest, E flat, 1, 2, rest. So 1, 2, rest, 1, 2. Make sure you lift up the rest and you don't hold the chords like this. I've heard this many times before. It's going to, again, kill the character. So bouncing up. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we have a broken chord coming down in staccatos, a C minor, G, E flat, C, G, E flat, C, left hand takes over, G, E flat, C, G. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now let's see that left hand, and then we're going to put together the final 3 chords. The left hand is in semiquavers or 16th notes, and it's going on in staccato 8th notes or quavers. So I'm going to play first the first phrase and then we'll talk it through. So here we have a beautiful legato, but very quick notes and mostly stepwise motion. So we need very curved fingers, thinking about scales or finger exercises here. And we need to tap those notes, being very accurate and articulate with those notes. The biggest challenge here is what I see most often is that the notes blend together because the fingers are not independent enough in the passage. So something like this. Or it becomes very uneven. So what you want to do is very slowly go through once, curving the fingers. And bounce at the final C. Now the key thing here is again to have a relaxed hand, but you want to make sure that the notes are in perfect legato, but they are not sustained. So as soon as you move on to the next note, the previous one comes up. And if you did this a few times slowly, start speeding up. And the faster we go, the less motion we need and the lighter the hand needs to feel. So almost like we can do a staccato exercise. That's going to really help with the precision of the passage there. So again, it's a very, very difficult 2 bars to master. Now let's go on. The rhythm, of course, goes 1 and 2 and 3, and because 1 beat in this case is 1 8th note, so 2 16th notes are going to be played in 1 beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So we've got a 1 on the C, rest, 3, 1, rest, 3. So the rest is in the middle, which is very interesting. And again, we are outlining here a C minor chord with the left hand. And then we have this very beautiful note, the accented sforzato A, which is the SF sforzato, so very strong forced on that A. You want that A to kind of pop out, almost like jazz hands. So almost like you want to scare people with that note, and that's gonna really bring out the character of the piece and bring something interesting and mysterious there. So let's take the whole passage. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, the A natural is tied, so it's going to be 5 beats all together. Let's go on. 1, 2, 3, then E flat G. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, B natural. 1, 2, 3, C. 1, 2, 3. So the thumb stays on the G, but the chord is moving E flat, D, B, C. And again, very lightly, these staccatos, and they're going to work together beautifully with the right hand. Now, when we finish the broken chord, the two hands form three chords, or two chords in one unison. The first one is a C minor chord, so E flat G. You can use 2, 4, 3, 5, whichever feels more comfortable, and G and C. And again, we have an accent mark on it, so nice and strong. Then lift up, G, G, and back to a G major chord, D, G, and B, G, because this is the dominant, and we're going now to the C major key. So let's see what happens hands together. This is where it gets even harder, because when we have these 16th notes in the left hand, we have to really, really concentrate to synchronize and coordinate the two hands. So right hand starts 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, two big challenges here. First one is right hand is staccato, left hand is legato, so automatically left hand will want to come up. Keep the left hand as connected as you can and the right hand very staccato. Second thing that can happen is when you start speeding up, one hand is going to run in front of the other. I hear this very often where, for example, the left hand is going faster than the right, so the notes kind of fall out of sync. Let me demonstrate that. So the left hand was going too fast and the right hand could not keep up. So go very slowly and feel the pulse. So every two 16th notes are going to come with 1 8th note. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Bounce 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Bounce, hold, bounce, hold. And now come the chords together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And here we have a crescendo. So try to start very quietly to give yourself space to get louder. If you start loud, you won't be able to get any louder, so the crescendo kind of disappears. And then we have the broken chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, many people start staccato and then it kind of becomes legato like this. Don't be lazy with the staccatos. Every staccato has to bounce. Almost like ping pong balls. You can also say bounce, 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 hold. And then the chords together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that was the end of the first section. And again, this comes back at the end of the piece. Now let's see that middle section where the right hand takes on the beautiful legato melody and the left hand the chords. Let's start with the right hand. 1 on the G, don't forget the 3 flats disappeared. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a staccato at the end. So every time a new slur starts, you need to lift up the hand and separate the phrases, and within the phrase, make sure all the notes are connected. So G, connect, 1 on the B, G, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in the end, we have a little chromatic motion here, C, B, B flat, A flat. And these are all staccato, and it says animato, so very expressively and almost like playfully. And midway through the second line, we have a ritenuto, poco ritenuto, so slowing down a little bit as we get through that phrase. And we also have a crescendo, so starting gently, getting louder and pulling it back towards the end. Left-hand chords, quite a few here. So we start with a C major chord, E, G, C, and interestingly here, the first beat is going to be a rest and the chords come on the second and the third beats. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now a G7 chord, F, G, D, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back to the C, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, G7, 2, 3, back to the C, 2, 3, and now A, C sharp, then a D minor chord, D, F, A, 1, then an inverted D minor chord, F, A, D, 1, 2, 3, second inversion C chord, G, C, E, G7 chord, and finishing on a C. So on the beat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And the final C comes on the 1. So very important here, again, to lift up at the rest, not to hold the chords on into the next bar, and keeping these chords very quiet compared to the right hand melody because it's the accompaniment, and also making sure that the hand again is very relaxed and we get all three notes down at the same time. Now when we put it together, right hand is always going to start every bar, and we put a little bit more emphasis on the right hand, a bit more depth. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now again, two things that I see very often going wrong here is that the right hand stops the legato because the left hand is doing detached chords. So don't do that, connect the right hand notes. And second problem that comes is the left hand becomes way too heavy like this. And then all we hear is these very heavy chords, which are needed for harmonic support, but quietly in the background. Now in this section, because the melody becomes very kind of connected and more lyrical as opposed to the first section, you are welcome to add a little bit of pedaling here and there to soften the sound, as it's a romantic piece, but it's not necessary, but it is going to add a little bit to that kind of atmosphere that the melody is creating. Now, this section repeats twice, and then at the end of the second repetition, we're going to carry on, and we have this A flat and the diminished chord B, D, F. 1, 2, bounce, 1, 2, bounce, and then a C chord and the chromatic motion again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, repeating the diminished chord. 1, 2, 3. And now sforzato and unison, the same notes in both hands, A flat, 1, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, getting quieter, and finishing on a G, and back to the starting section. And carrying on until we get to the final ending coda. Once we get to these final chords, after that we're going to have this passage from the left hand becoming unison, so both hands are going to play the same 4 times, starting loud and getting quieter as we get to the 4th repetition. So and finishing on that C. Now this is going to be twice as hard as just the left hand because now both hands are moving really quickly and they have to be very articulate, very crystal clear, and they also have to strike the notes exactly at the same time. Very often I hear things like this, when the two hands kind of fall apart. So making sure again, staccato can help. Or you can change the rhythm slightly. Whatever helps to kind of solidify the rhythm and the articulation. And the final ending is this one chord repeating 3 times. So C, E flat in the left hand, G, C in the right hand. Very quietly staccato. 1, 2, octave higher, and finishing really loud sforzato on a C minor chord. And that's the end. An amazing piece. I could talk about it for another hour or two, but obviously every video has come to an end. If you have any questions about it, you can leave them in the comments and I try to answer them more, but I wanted to keep the video as short as I could. The tempo mark at the start says allegro con brio, so fast with brilliance, and it says dotted quarter note equals 104, so basically 312 for each eighth note, which is extremely fast. Now bear in mind, in this Burgmuller book, all these tempo marks are really fast and they are not exactly suitable for intermediate or beginner students. Always play at a speed that feels right for you, that feels comfortable. Try to strive to get close to the speed that's suggested, but sometimes at these very fast speeds, the melody can get a little bit lost. With that in mind, obviously, any piece which has very intricate articulation like this one, you're going to start very slowly, and if you can play it with the perfect crisp articulation very evenly from start to end, only then you can start increasing the speed little by little. If you increase the speed too much at the start, you're going to get too many mistakes and the piece is going to be uneven. You're going to have sections which go really fast, then you slow down, then you speed up again. It's going to become a mess. So please practice very slowly and only increase the speed incrementally as you feel comfortable with the slower speed. Try to go a little bit faster. I hope you enjoy this piece. I still love it to this day and I love teaching it to my students. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.